You believe that children are being abused by pedophiles in Hollywood.
Absolutely.
So why are you sitting down talking to me? Why aren't you sitting down with the police right now?
I've told the police. In fact, if anybody wants to go back to 1993 when I was interviewed by the Santa Barbara Police Department, I sat there and I gave them the names. They're on record. They have all of this information, but they were scanning Michael Jackson. All they cared about was trying to find something on Michael Jackson.
For years, there has been a long-standing conspiracy theory that Hollywood and the elites harvest the blood of young people and transfuse it in order to reverse age. And now the Epstein files might have revealed that that is in fact true.
No, they eat babies. That is not bull. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy.
Epstein is Pizzagate. Let that sink in for a minute. Jeffrey Epstein is Pizzagate. 10 years ago, Pizzagate was by far the #1 trending topic on Twitter. But the claim of elites who preyed on was so insane that Pizzagate was shrugged off as a wild fever dream of a conspiracy theory. I was the first mainstream reporter to dare give the facts surrounding Pizzagate. My corporate career was destroyed over it, so what? My professional reputation was obliterated, that wasn't fun. And I wasn't the only one. Anyone who dared to suggest that this might be true was blacklisted, shadow banned, or thrown off of social media. But then, just days ago, the largest dump of Epstein files revealed what some of us have been telling you for a decade, that Pizzagate is real.
Stop people from wanting to scale the wall to get in his house, because on the other side of that wall is Beyonce, Jay-Z, and every big star you want to know. TD there too, but I don't know if he was busting open. I'm just saying.
Hey.
Because they said that too about the good bishop.
You think you know everything about the Epstein scandal? Think again. Right now, there's a man running for his life. His name is Jason Lee, and what he uncovered isn't in any official file. It's darker than anything you've seen on the news, and they want him silenced. Jason Lee has been screaming about Epstein for years, long before it was trendy. He's been calling out names, big names, celebrity names, and now he's allegedly running, hiding, because he claims he has additional names that were deliberately kept out of the official release. Names so powerful that even mentioning them puts a target on your back. And guess what? That target is now locked on Jason Lee. But what did he find? Hold on, it gets worse. After years of secrecy, the Department of Justice finally dropped the Epstein files. Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Steve Bannon, Naomi Campbell, Pusha T, even Jay-Z. These weren't just rumors anymore. These were names in documents. Official documents. But here's the thing. This was just the tip of the iceberg. The files that got released are a fraction of what's really out there. And Jason Lee, he's got that story. Emails, photos, videotapes, evidence that backed up what victims had been saying for years. But it gets darker, way darker. Some victims were allegedly killed, not just abused, but killed, and their bodies were allegedly drained for fluids to create anti-aging potions. I know what you're thinking. That sounds insane. But when you look at who's involved, the obsession with youth, the botched surgeries, the desperation to stay young at any cost, it starts to make a twisted kind of sense. And one name keeps coming up. Chrissy Teigen, model, TV personality, Twitter queen. And according to these allegations, a major suspect, botched surgeries, multiple procedures, an almost obsessive need to look younger. And then there are the tweets. Chrissy's old Twitter was a goldmine of disturbing content. Tweets that, when you know the code, reveal something chilling. The alleged code: hot dog equals boy, pizza equals girl, cheese equals little girl, pasta equals little boy, ice cream equals male, walnut equals person of color.
For years, there has been a long-standing conspiracy theory that Hollywood and the elites harvest the blood of young people and transfuse it in order to reverse age. And now the Epstein files might have revealed that that is in fact true. In this email to Jeffrey Epstein, it says, all you need is a blood transfusion from the pack and you reverse aging. This is where adrenochrome comes into play. It is a real chemical compound found in the when the body is in a fight or flight situation. And we know that the kids that were involved in Jeffrey Epstein's network were definitely put into fight or flight. And of course, we've seen Hollywood elites like Chrissy Teigen tweet about how they're going to a party where they're serving up 4-year-old cheese pizza with adrenochrome and, of course, the eye eye emoji. And according to the FBI code words, cheese stands for little girl and pizza stands for girl. Now back to the email. The subject is Dr. Agus, a professor of medicine and biomedical engineering at USC, pretty local to Hollywood. He is also the founding director and CEO of the Ellison Medical Institute. You know, the medical institute funded by Larry Ellison, the new owner of TikTok. And he's also hosted a Paramount show with big celebs like Ashton Kutcher and Oprah Winfrey. If you know, you...
Now go back and read some of Chrissy's deleted tweets with that in mind. Creepy, right? In interviews, she's made jokes about tasting humans, about cannibalism. Were they jokes, or was she hiding in plain sight?
If the person okayed it, I would eat a human. If you were at a very fancy restaurant and they were like a tiny piece of meat.
No. I think the only way
You wouldn't try a tiny bite?
No.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oprah's South Africa all-girls school opened in 2007. Noble cause, right? Except kidnappings happened near the school. A dorm matron was charged with 13 counts of sexual assault. Actor Isaac Cappy claimed Oprah built that school for rituals. Then Isaac died under suspicious circumstances.
Oprah is a slave trader. Oprah is a slave trader. Let that sink in. It's 100% true. Oprah Winfrey is a slave trader. Why do you think she has that school in South Africa? Why does she hang out with who she hangs out with? Oprah Winfrey is a slave trader.
Bill Gates lied on national TV about barely knowing Epstein, but the files showed photos with young girls and emails arranging antibiotics for Melinda secretly. In 2021, Melinda divorced him and walked away with over $29.6 billion. You don't give up $30 billion for nothing. Jay-Z's name isn't just linked to Epstein, it's linked to Diddy and R. Kelly. He collaborated with R. Kelly despite allegations. He maintained business ties with Diddy until it got too hot. And Jason Lee has threatened to release evidence about both Beyonce and Jay-Z.
I've done a lot, and I'm not even going to say it here because if I did, this internet, Beyonce's good internet, would go crazy. I'm going to tell them while Johnny puts a beep over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right now.
Jason wasn't always on the run. He had a business relationship with Diddy. He hosted a show on Revolt TV. He was inside. Diddy's parties had military-level security. No photos, no leaks. But Jason remembers, and Jason started talking.
Almost the military to stop people from wanting to scale the wall to get in his house because on the other side of that wall is Beyonce, Jay-Z, and every big star you want to know. Was there too, but I don't know if he was busting up. I'm just saying. Because they said that too about the good bishop. This is what I hate about the internet. If you say it is true, if you think it is...
That's when the death threats started. You can be inside the circle. You can profit from it. But the moment you expose it, you become a liability. And liabilities get eliminated.
Jay-Z, you're watching. I know you're watching because you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. You can call me yourself. You know how to get my number. You know you got people calling me. Call me yourself, because this right here is going to go viral. The way my job works on the internet, everybody's going to be clipping, sharing on TikTok. Watch this. Do your thing, TikTok. Jay-Z and Beyonce is going to see this. I am exhausted with people calling me about Jay-Z and Beyonce. You've never called for anything else, and I haven't even said anything about you yet. And yet I'm getting all these calls.
Despite the threats, Jason keeps reporting through Hollywood Unlocked. His message is clear. The evil didn't die with Epstein. It just got taken over by someone else. The machine is still running. The powerful are still protected. And Jason's not letting them hide anymore. What do you think about these celebrities being exposed? Are they guilty or just unlucky? And Jason Lee, is he a hero for speaking out or is he reckless? Drop a comment below. Tell me what you think. Are the rich and powerful untouchable, or is justice finally catching up? And if you want to go deeper, check out the other videos on this channel, because trust me, this story is far from over. The question is, are you ready to see how deep it really goes?